simply do not give up, do you? How much did the Meisters pay you to finish what they began 30 years ago? Tell me, what price does my blood fetch? No matter. Whatever the sum, you will not live to collect. The people of Stonebridge will pay for their crimes.
The automatons are coming from those machines, yes? Destroying them may make this easier.
You are a nuisance, and I shall soon be rid of you. My fallen comrades will have to thank.
Surrender yourself, gent. By all the saints, your judgment is long overdue.
Judgment? By what right? The people of Stonebridge are guilty of far worse crimes than mine. I spit on you. Murderers and traitors, all.
You'd be wise to keep your mouth shut. We're the ones who'll be deciding your fate.
Better the hangman's noose than bend my knee to these traitorous merchants and clerks. Look at them. The fine people of Stonebridge. I helped them remember what they try so hard to forget. They tore open the doors of our chapter house, dragged us into the streets, murdered my brothers, my sisters, the whole damned Legion.
You're blaming an entire city for the crimes of a few.
Indeed. I take affront, sir. I am no murderer, and I can name 100 others who had no part.
No, Meister Wolf. You are no murderer. That is true. You simply consort with murderers. Bow and scrape and do their bidding. Bravo for you, sir. Half your people stood by, while the other half did murder. Did you hold the killers to account? No?
Why did you survive, when all the other Legionnaires died?
We were ordered to stand firm, to face the mob down, to raise no hand in our own defense. A stupid order, meant to shame the people into sparing us. But rabid dogs have no shame. I fled into a causeway, and promised my dead comrades that I'd see justice done for them.
If you claim to be a Legionnaire, then tell us your name.
Archambault du Payen, senior apprentice to the Grand Mage, last survivor of the Legion.
No, not the last. Look at me, brother. We stood at Hearthfire together 40 years past, spoke the rights, and made our oaths to the Legion.
I remember you. Odo, the tracker, the tireless scout, the watcher of roads. How can this be? In my dreams, I saw the whole Legion dead, scattered around a great tree.
You and Odo were friends?
No, I hardly knew him. I was a mage apprentice. Odo was a scout of sorts.
Scout is a kind word for what I was.
You're a criminal, but you're a Legionnaire as well.
Hand him over to me and I'll see that he gets a trial. He'll hang, I expect, but that's a quick death. Better than he'd get if we tossed him to the people.
Wait, he's a Legionnaire. He's one of us. And he's a mage. If we give him to the town, all his knowledge is lost.
This man is a criminal, sir. He tried to ruin our city, and who knows how many lives he took. Would you let him walk free?
We need more information before we decide what to do with him.
Ask your questions. I'm sure the
Witnesses said you could disappear at will. You've been hiding in the causeways?
The Legion left many causeways behind. No one knew they existed, save for me. But they couldn't always take me where I needed to go. The Foundry, say, or a troublesome Meister's estate. So I created causeways of my own. Not a simple art to learn. And when I hang...
You lived 30 years in the causeways? Did you ever come out?
When I wished to come out, I did. The constables were looking for a well-dressed old gentleman, because that was what I allowed them to see. If I dressed as a workman or a clerk, darkened my hair with pitch, I could escape their eyes.
So you moved about the city with ease, kept an eye on the constables, without their knowledge.
Sometimes I clothed myself in rags and tottered about the main square. No one gave me a second look, and I could observe my enemy at leisure.
That beggar? The fellow who shouted rude names at me whenever I drilled the automatons in the square? That was you?
Was it? I'm sorry, Constable. I don't recall.
All right. I'm ready to make a decision.
The gent is your prisoner by rights. What shall we do with him?
Meister Wolf, the prisoner is yours. Whatever you do with him, the Legion will support you.
I will surrender quietly, Constable, so long as you promise me this. Face your past. Deliver justice for my brothers who died on your streets.
You have my promise. Meister Mudgutter and I will find the ones who killed Legionnaires, if they still live, and they will be held to account. After all this, the Council can hardly refuse an alliance with the Legion. The people will accept nothing less. But we must put the matter to a formal vote. I'll convene the Council at once.
Was this then what the Legion had become? A bitter old man bent on revenge? I didn't want to believe it. The gent was a true man of the 10th, and its ideals still lived in his heart. But one of those ideals is that no man is above the law, and the gent had committed terrible crimes against the people of Stonebridge. Homes destroyed, streets choked with ash, great machines reduced to scrap. For these things, the gent would be held to account. So it was that the dapper old gent was delivered into the custody of the Meisters to face the city's justice. The laws of the Legion were upheld, and the people of Stonebridge have pledged themselves to us. Yet I cannot help but feel that we have lost a valuable ally.
Gentlemen and goblins, order! Council will address the proposed alliance with the 10th Legion.
Circumstances have indeed changed since we last spoke. I now find myself addressing the savior of our city. Does the Legion envoy have anything further to say before a vote is called?
Our purpose is to serve the people of Ebb, not to impose our will upon them. We'll honor whatever decision you make.
Very good. No reason to postpone our decision any further. All those in favor of the alliance vote aye. Those opposed vote nay.
First Constable votes aye.
Chief Barrister votes aye.
Guild of Ironmongers reminds the Council of the considerable cost of the events in the Foundry. Are we now to pay for the Legion's war as well?
First, the Guild abuses its workers. Now it votes against the savior of our city? I wonder what the people will do when they hear. And I promise that they'll hear.
Guild of Ironmongers respectfully abstains.
Master of the College votes aye.
3 votes in favor, 1 abstention. As mayor of the city, I shall join the majority and vote aye. Be it resolved, then, that an alliance is declared between the city of Stonebridge and the 10th Legion. May our enemies tremble with dread.
I'd like to thank the Council. The Legion will call on you soon.
Of course. As our ally and savior of the city, the Legion is always welcome here.
I believe we promised to investigate those who committed crimes against the Legion. Several culprits have confessed, but I need a plaintiff. I have 3 outstanding legal matters, charges of theft and murder. In accordance to Stonebridge law, the wronged party must press charges. In other words, the city cannot convict until the Legion serves the guilty party with intent of justice.
If these people committed crimes against the Legion, we'll find them. Give me the details.
There are 3 offenders. Frederick Pratt's, charges of theft. Rudolph Maxwell, theft and murder. Wenzel, charges of murder. As inheritor to the Legion, I give you right of accuser in these matters. Press charges or drop the claims as you see fit. These court filings will tell you where the offenders may be found.
I'll hear what they have to say and return with my verdicts.
Our business is concluded then. Good day to you, Legionnaire.
Things seem to have settled here, yes? We should be on our way to Glitterdelve soon. The sheer noise of these machines. How does anyone sleep with all that racket? Or do other things, for that matter?
Hello there. Not everyone wanders Stonebridge armed to the teeth, so I'm assuming you're the Legionnaires everyone's been talking about. Where are my manners? The name's Rudolph Maxwell. What can I—
Maxwell, I have legal papers here indicting you for charges of looting the Grand Chapter House.
Me? Wanted for— Oh, I know what this is about. As if my father weren't enough of a liar and a cad, he had to give me his name. Is this about his role in the riots? That happened before I was born, but I inherited that bastard's forge, so I guess I inherit his debts. So, the man you're looking for is dead, but I'll settle his mistakes. What did he steal? What do I owe you?
That's noble of you, but if the guilty party is dead, there's nothing to be settled.
Much obliged. You're not the first to track me down on account of his sins. About time I got my name changed. Well, good luck to you. Glad the Legion is back in Stonebridge.
Please comply with all laws and customs. Please spend your currency at local markets.
Ladies such as yourself deserve whatever your price range or preference.
I have legal papers indicting you on charges of looting. Care to explain your actions?
What? That's ridiculous. I wasn't even living in Stonebridge when the chapter house was sacked.
That's strange. Who said anything about the chapter house? A guilty conscience is a terrible accomplice.
I guess it was going to come to this eventually. I had a good run, it feels like a lifetime ago. But I took part in that terrible riot. I stole several artifacts from the chapter house, but I don't have them anymore. I sold them all, used the funds to open my shop. I regret my actions, but not the life it afforded me. I'll fight you in court if you press charges. Or we can settle this some other way.
You're right, it was a lifetime ago. I'll be happy with a sincere apology and I'll consider the matter forgiven.
That's far too generous. I'm not deserving of this. I deeply regret having grown rich off of someone who shows such mercy. You have my deepest apologies. And there is one Legion trinket I didn't sell. It's not much, but it belongs to you.
Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways. Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.
Hey, do I know you? I think you owe me a drink.
Wenzel, 30 years ago you served as a watchman for the city, did you not?
Aye, that's me. Do you know me? Because if you know me, you know it's my birthday. We should celebrate. You got any rum?
No, I don't have any rum. I'm here about charges of murder.
Huh? Murder? I haven't done it. You must be mistaking me for... Who are you? This about that Legion? I spit on the Legion, dirty sons of whores, I tell you! Remind me who they are again? Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I'm gonna vomit. No, never mind.
Wenzel, you'll be spending your last days on trial for murder. A constable will be coming to arrest you.
What? Who are you again? Did I tell you about the time when catskin hats were in fashion? I need to find somewhere to sleep.
Good day to you, Legionnaire. Let me know when you've followed up on those legal matters.
Wenzel may be old, but he committed murder and needs to stand trial. Rudolph is dead, and Frederick isn't worth taking to court.
Finally, we can bring justice long overdue. I'll prepare the evidence and brief my barristers. Here is fair compensation for your time. Now, if you'll excuse me, a very rich lady just died and left her belongings to her cats, and I am pursuing a very complicated lawsuit against them.
Please comply with all local laws and customs. Please do not litter or excrete in alleyways.